I'm the dude. So that's what you call me.
Are you a virgin?
Yeah, not since I was 10.
Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret.
Come on to the coast. We get together, have a few laughs.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
Can I return it if it doesn't fit?
It always fits. Eventually.
Welcome back to Movie Mingle. I'm Caveman.
And I'm Maggie.
And today we are back.
We're back, baby! Woo! It's
After-
been a very long... I don't even know how long it's been, actually.
After a nice long break.
It's been a very long break.
It's been since last July.
Yeah. And we were going to take like a couple of months off. And here we are back in March. After a while, let's be honest, I think after a while we were really enjoying not doing the podcast. Because when you watch... Well, I mean, we watched definitely more than 75. So when you watch roughly 100 movies...
98, 99, I think.
Yeah. Well, sometimes even more than that, because we watched like multiple... Like, we watched all 3 Lord of the Rings movies. Like, we watched multiple films for season 1 of Movie Mingle. And doing that in and out every single week and then recording and editing the show on top of being working parents... Yeah, it was nice to take a really long break. I think we needed that. And we're glad that you're back with us.
We needed the break, but
Yes.
we also couldn't wait to get back into it.
Oh, there were so many times I would turn to Caveman and be like, I want a podcast about this. And then I would try to engage him on the car ride home, and he would never really engage me. So,
Because I was driving.
well, yeah, but you can drive and talk at the same time. So many times I've tried to pull you into a movie mingle type conversation, and you were
Save
just
it for Movie Mingle.
Kind of, yeah. And we did for a few of these films. What we're going to be doing for this next round of films, we have a block of 25 films, 20 live action, 5 animated, that we are going to talk about, review, our usual thing over the course of the next 25 weeks. And then we're going to take a month off. And then we're going to get back started on another block of 25 films. Again, mostly live action and a handful of animated thrown in there. So we're going to start working regular breaks into the show as a way of keeping it fun and keeping us with the willpower to keep going. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be back. I have missed talking to you. We didn't talk at all.
Nope.
No, not a single
Since July,
word.
we've never said a single thing to each other.
Not a happy birthday, not a Merry Christmas, not even a kiss my ass. Yeah, I love talking about films with my best friend and husband. So, and because it is tradition here on Movie Mingle, we are dropping this just after our 20th anniversary. So happy anniversary, Spoopy.
Happy anniversary.
20 years. Good
20
job.
years as a couple.
High five. Oh, we can't really reach the high five now. Ugh. We changed positions at the table. I don't know if I like it yet. But
You can stare into your
can
eyes
stare
even
right
more than we used to.
yeah, that is true. It is a lot nicer.
I think that's what you wanted, right?
To look into those lovely hazel eyes of yours, of course.
On this day of days that we return to familiar ground now has become familiar. In the beginning, not so much. And after this break, we're probably still going to have some hiccups.
Oh, yeah. This is just as rinky-dink as it's ever been.
Be prepared for some audio changes. Some things might be louder than others.
He's getting back into it.
I haven't gone over any of this. Everything got boxed up and pushed into a corner.
Yep. And then a bunch of clothes got pushed on top of it because that's what happens.
And the only thing
house.
that I've received since, the only thing we've added to the whole podcast is a computer monitor.
Yeah.
That was free.
Yes.
But it's massive. It's like this just massive, really nice LCD screen. It's nice being back, and it's nice to sit here across from you to talk about movies again.
Yeah, with producer Robin.
With producer Robin walking across the table.
Yeah, just already ready to cause drama.
Is he gonna sit somewhere nice on the table, or is he gonna sit on your lap?
He's gonna sit right in front of me because I'm never more wanted by this cat than when I'm podcasting. And in
here he comes.
7 months, he's barely shown me any love, and now he's coming towards me for cuddles.
It's like, is this a keyboard here?
What is this? I know what that is.
Can I lay on that keyboard?
He is producer Robin, our podcatster. I worked that in. Honey.
There all along.
There all along.
And you'd think you know,
Oh, you think we would have come up with it sooner, but nope.
no, 5 minutes ago.
Anyway, so he's here in case you hear any big bangs in the background. But yeah, to Movie Mingle.
But cheers.
Cheers, my love.
Movie. No whiskey
No whiskey.
today, but
God, I miss drinking. Ugh.
we make do sometimes
Yeah, we make do.
with White Claws and
Schofferhoffers.
Schofferhoffers.
Producer Robin.
Connect electrodes.
How do you even?
Because he has scrambled eggs for brains. He's melted ice cream brains. That's our boy.
At least I didn't unplug the podcast.
Yeah, he tried.
Just a little editing. Yeah, he tried. The lights and everything. Just Producer Robin
Blooper reel.
completely destroyed the house.
So, Caveman, what movie did we watch?
So, of course, in this podcast is coming out the Wednesday before the Oscars.
Yes. One of my favorite things on this planet to do is to sit on the couch and watch the Oscars with you.
And in my opinion, one battle after another is going to win.
Oh, it's going to win it.
Best Picture.
Yeah.
So we're doing that first.
And now, Caveman has seen all but one of the films nominated for Best Picture.
And I have plans this weekend to watch that one.
Yes. Sunday? Monday.
Sunday, Monday, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever's easier.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
Whenever you're done editing.
Whenever I'm done editing this, and then go run and watch an
Yeah.
Oscar-nominated film. Which
But,
is Hamnet.
Yes.
Is the only one of the 10 that I haven't watched.
And I've seen a good handful of them, but off the top of my head, I don't even have a list in front of me, so I'm not going to count out exactly which ones. Caveman's pulling it up. I'll give it a second, so I don't just ramble.
Begonia, you haven't seen.
Haven't seen Begonia.
You saw F1
I saw F1
and Frankenstein.
and Frankenstein.
And you haven't seen Hamnet
No.
or Marty Supreme.
No.
You just watched One Battle After Another.
Uh-huh.
You have not seen The Secret Agent.
No.
But you have seen Sentimental Value.
Yes.
And you have seen Sinners.
Uh-huh.
And you saw Train Dreams.
Oh, God, did I.
So you're only missing
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
4.
I have
That's not bad.
no real desire to see Marty Supreme. I just don't.
One day.
I don't
one
care.
Day, I know. One
don't
day you and I will
care.
watch it. I know. One day we'll watch it.
I definitely don't need
I
to
think
see
you'll
it
like it.
before the Oscars because I don't think that has a hope in hell.
No, I don't think it's going to win the Oscar
Yeah.
for sure. It's between One Battle and Sinners.
And Sinners, yeah.
And-
Which Sinners is the preferable film. I'm
we're-
just going to go ahead and say that right now. I like Sinners more than One Battle. That's for damn sure.
And we're already going to, we'll spoil it now.
Yeah.
We're going to do Sinners next
Talking
week.
Sinners next week.
So either I'm right and One Battle wins,
Mm-hmm.
and so we've got that one down, or Sinners wins, and then we'll have a podcast about it the Wednesday after the
Or,
Oscars.
hear me out, everybody wises up to the fact that it was one of the most beautiful films ever made, and they give it to Train Dreams. Because that, so far, has been, of the films that I've seen that are on this list, the movie that I consider the best. That's the best picture, I think. It is so fucking devastating that I cry thinking about it, which is why I've never seen Hamnet. Hamnet is just going to make me cry. And, like, I shouldn't say never. There might be a time in my life where I need to cry, and I'm like, fuck, it's time. Hamnet, let's go. But that is going to be a debilitating, like, curled up in a ball, at least for an hour after the film, sobbing into my pillow cry. And I don't want to do that anytime soon. So I'm not saying that I don't want to see it because I think it's a bad movie. I think it's going to be a great movie. I just don't want to cry that hard, especially since Train Dreams emptied me.
Yeah.
Train
was-
Dreams emptied me so much that the same day we went to see Sentimental Value, which is a movie about a misguided millennial woman who is trying to find and understand her sort of absent father
Yeah.
through art. Which should have hit home a lot harder, you would think.
Sure.
Should have hit me square in the face. But instead, I shed like 2 tears for it. And then I was just left rotted and empty and gutted because of Train Dreams.
But Sentimental Value was still such a really
Such
great
a
movie.
phenomenal film. Don't get me wrong.
These were all
incredible
really
films. Yeah.
These were all really great. The only one that doesn't belong here is F1.
F1 is like the movie that they put in for dads.
Yeah, Dad gets to
But
tune in and
not-
be like, "I hope F1 wins."
Yeah,
I saw
not
that
dads
in
the
the theater
way
with
that
my
like
son on
you're a
Father's Day.
dad. That's for boomer dads. That's the boomer pick.
My
for
dad
the
is a
Os-
boomer.
I know, but F1 is the boomer dad pick that just brings them into. They just want seats in front of the.
I get it,
Yeah, they want to see
But
F1
it's
win,
not-
so they'll watch.
but it's incorrect.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It is.
I would have loved to have seen one of the one that I was hoping would be
Caveman
on
has
this.
seen so many movies in our hiatus. By the way, guys, he has seen every movie in our hiatus.
Not every.
No, but
still
you've
got-
seen a fucking lot. So continue about what you would put instead of F1.
Well, it did at least get Best International Film nomination, but it was just an accident from France.
And
they s-
Iran.
Well, it says France, but that's because it's actually from Iran.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic movie. It won the Palme d'Or at Cannes last year, and it was the 6th win that Neon has
In a row.
taken in a row at Cannes.
Yeah.
And it made it onto international feature film nominations. But I mean, I was happy that Sentimental Value and Secret Agent at least got on, because both those films are also
Yeah.
really good. And I'm glad that they.
I'm curious about Secret Agent.
I look forward to when we're able to watch it at home. I look forward to seeing it. We probably won't do it on the podcast, but
maybe we will. I don't know.
It's worth just watching.
For what it's worth, coming up with a list of movies to watch is a lot harder than one might think. Like, sure, we've picked, bonus episodes since we started this thing, and it's always been like, oh, we love to talk about Tron, or oh, like Lord of the Rings, whatever, Star Wars, of course. Bleh.
As much as we probably could go on about the Oscars,
Yes, and we will post Oscars, I'm sure.
I don't think we'll have a post Oscars episode,
No.
but we will have, like when we do our Sinners episode.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk
devoted
about
chunk.
it because,
or maybe we'll record something post that you'll throw on to the next episode set to come out. But yeah, we'll have our thoughts. We'll
but
talk
there
about them.
there are other things about the Oscars I'd like to talk about. This will be the first year that they are doing an award for the cast, for overall cast.
I could see them.
The Emmys have been doing it forever, but now the Globes.
Well,
and
SAG's been doing it the longest, really. But
Sure, SAG has been doing it.
But I wonder if they're going to give Best Picture to one battle after another, and then give cast to Sinners. That will be there. Like, sorry, we can't vote for you, or sorry, we didn't give you Best Oscar or Best Picture, but we'll give you Best Cast.
I could see that. And I mean, they
That's still
did
an
get Best
Oscar.
Cast for the SAG.
Now,
awards.
does that go to does everybody in the cast get an Oscar, or does it go to the casting director?
Question? The casting director is the person whose name is on
Yeah.
the ballot.
So it is for best cast, like casting.
Yeah.
So it's probably not like the SAG where everybody gets a SAG.
I think everybody gets to go up on stage.
But not like Delroy Lindo is probably not walking out of there with an Oscar. What if they give him a bunch of tiny little ones?
Here's a miniature Oscar.
Here's a miniature Oscar. That'd be cool.
Well, we will talk more about that.
Oh my God. We've been back like 10 minutes and this shit is so off the rails. I love it.
We're here to talk about One Battle After Another that
Yeah,
came
we are.
out last year. After I saw it, it stayed on my top films of the year for the whole year. I think it came out in September, so there weren't many months left anyway. For the longest time, I actually had Mickey 17
Mickey
as
17 was a great movie.
because it came out so early in the
Yeah.
year and it stayed on top for a while. By the end, it went down to 19.
Wow.
But it stayed on top for quite a long time. And there are movies that were so small that only came out either internationally, and now they're finally coming to the theaters, like Magellan, which is a Filipino/Portuguese movie. That one was a 2025 film that I thankfully just got to see. I had a lot of fun watching that. But then there were other smaller films like Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Absolutely hilarious. Some of them I'm not able to catch until they've gone to streamers, whether it's like Blue Moon with Ethan Hawke, which is a movie that he's been continuously nominated for Best Actor, or a movie like Weapons that I didn't have a chance to see in the theater, and then just took a chance and bought it on Blu-ray. And
Yeah, you knew you were going to love that film.
I did, and I do.
Yeah. No, you just weren't able to go see it because it came out. We were just so busy right around the time that it came out in the theater. That's why you never got to see it.
My top 10 films. I'm just going to do them right now.
All right.
Because I can.
Starting at 10?
Yeah, I'll start at 10, even though you know what number 1 is. Number 10 was Magellan. Number 9 was Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Number 8, Secret Agent. Number 7, Sentimental Value. Number 6 was No Other Choice by Park Chan-wook, great Korean film. Number 5, Sinners. Number 4, Train Dreams. Number 3, It Was Just an Accident. Number 2, Marty Supreme. And number 1, One Battle After Another. That was my personal top 10.
I'm going to try to do better about keeping track of the films I've seen this year on my letterbox, but I never remembered. So I don't remember what my favorite movie was of last year. I mean, you know, any given day, it's different, but fuck, Train Dreams stuck with me.
Does change. Mine do
Train
change.
Dreams stuck with me.
I was able to watch. I have watched 64 movies from 2025.
That's a lot.
That's
That's a lot.
It was a lot. Not my top was 75.
Yeah. We'll break it this year,
We'll
maybe.
break it. I'll try. Well, One Battle After Another was directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, in case you didn't know. His first movie was Hard 8 from 1996. It starred John C. Reilly, Gwyneth Paltrow, Samuel L. Jackson, and Philip Seymour Hoffman, which was...
Fuck, don't you miss him?
Yes, absolutely.
So
I
much.
would have
The
loved to
role
have seen...
he would have played in this movie. Oh.
Well, and it's funny because Paul Thomas Anderson and Philip Seymour Hoffman did get to work later together in The Master.
Yeah, they've done a
which
few movies
was
together.
One of Philip Seymour Hoffman's biggest movies that
Yeah.
he personally did. Back in 1988, though, Paul Thomas Anderson directed a 32-minute short film called Dirk Diggler, the Dirk Diggler story, I should say, which was obviously his
Prequel?
Prequel. Yeah. Almost 10 years later, Boogie Nights with Mark Wahlberg and John C. Reilly again, plus so many other big names, and Magnolia as well, just Punch Drunk Love.
That was a movie that hit me square in the heart, and I absolutely loved it. And I haven't seen it in years, so it would be very much like rewatching it for the first time. But I've long said that was my favorite Adam Sandler movie, so I want to see if it holds up, because it might be Happy Gilmore 2 instead.
Then, of course, he did There Will Be Blood.
I drink your milkshake.
And then, of course, 10 years after working with Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, he came back to do the Phantom Thread.
Which I've never seen.
The Master came out in 2012, which was 16 years after working with Philip Seymour Hoffman in Hard 8. He also worked with Joaquin Phoenix and Josh Brolin in Inherent Vice. And then lastly, he did get to work with a Hoffman later in Licorice Pizza, but it wasn't Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, Cooper, I think.
Yeah.
Cooper Hoffman?
Yeah.
Cooper Hoffman was in The Long Walk last year, which I also saw, which was a good movie, but it was very just straightforward, very kind of movie. Just these guys are walking, don't
Don't
stop
fall behind.
walking, or you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And so then, who ends up on top in the end? That's your job to find out by
Yeah, because a lot of us are
sitting through
lining
a
up
2-hour
to
movie
watch
about it.
that film.
But I think still worth checking out. One Battle After Another was written by Thomas Pynchon. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But it wasn't called One Battle After Another. It was a book he wrote in 1990 called Vineland. The book is set in California in 1984
Yeah, I read the plot synopsis.
during Ronald Reagan's re-election.
It's weird.
And then through flashbacks, its characters live through like the differences, where their lives in the world has come between the 60s and 80s.
So, this is super random. But do you know what the book Gravity's Rainbow is?
Do not.
You don't remember Gravity's Rainbow?
I do not.
Okay. It is mentioned in Knives Out and in Glass Onion.
Oh, really?
Where Benoit Blanc is ranting about, because apparently Gravity's Rainbow is a very good but a very impossible book. It's like one of those ones that it's tough to get through. And anyway, so Benoit Blanc talks about how he hasn't even read it because he can't get through it. And then in Glass Onion, when Serena Williams is sitting there and you think it's a poster on that, or like just a screensaver on like the wall, and then she's reading Gravity's Rainbow, and it turns out she's actually been there the whole time, but she's reading Gravity's. Anyways, that book was written by Thomas Pynchon, however. And I found that funny because
I understood that reference.
You're like, oh, now I know who that guy is.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but the Vineland is a bonkers ass book. Like,
yeah, and supposedly Paul Thomas Anderson really didn't even take a lot from it. Like it was basically.
He said that it was fairly impossible to do a faithful adaptation of the book, and so he had to kind of pick and choose what he felt worked
which
best.
was mostly like the father-daughter relationship. And a lot of the other stuff was just stuff that he was just taking from what's happening in America.
The crazy thing about this movie is how it took him 20 years. It's based on a book written in the 80s about the 60s, essentially.
Yeah.
And it took Paul Thomas Anderson roughly 20 years to adapt the book. And it is somehow the most timely fucking story ever. And that's insane.
Even when it came out, it was just like, wow, how is this so timely?
Spot on.
Like, like it takes like year and a half
to make the film.
Completely make a film.
Like I said, from the beginning, from the very beginning of that book being published to this movie coming out.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is somehow the most relevant movie at the moment, I mean, that's insane.
History repeats itself.
And it's and it's so sad. And obviously what has happened in the world has gotten so much worse. It is crazy just how fucking, like, watching this film yesterday, first of all, full on anxiety attack for most of it. It was crazy. It's crazy watching this film and just seeing how much of it is so real. And then how, unfortunately, a lot of it's also probably stupidly real, like the Christian Adventurers. Christmas. Anyways, whatever.
The Christmas
Adventurers Club.
Which was filmed that when he pulls up to the front of the house.
Fucking Reagan's house!
Reagan's mansion when he was governor of California.
Everything bad in this country goes back to Reagan. I mean, a lot of other things, but Reagan.
The music was done by Johnny Greenwood. Of course, of Radiohead. And
oh, is that who that is?
Yeah, that's their lead guitarist. Remember when we were watching it?
Yeah.
At the very end, I was just like, oh, Johnny Greenwood. And you're like, turn it off. Credits are rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really insistent. I needed that movie to be done with. And we don't, like, let's be honest, unless it is a Marvel movie or superhero thing and we know for sure, we tend to not watch the credits. And I was just in a mood and I was kind of hangry and I just needed the Christmas music to stop. And so, yeah, I was a little snippy about, like, turn the fucking movie on.
Yeah, it was during whatever Christmas song they were playing during the credits.
God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power, and we were gone astray.
But, yeah, Johnny Greenwood.
I think if I just heard the name Johnny Greenwood, I wouldn't have automatically thought about him being in Radiohead, because when I think of Radiohead, I think of Tom York. End of list. I don't really know the other guys in the band.
Tom York and Johnny Greenwood for me. Like, they're the only ones I know.
It's like Nine Inch Nails is Trent Reznor and the other guy.
Tom Morello.
And the other guy, no, Tom Morello's from Rage Against the Machine.
Sorry, which one did you say?
Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, Nine Inch Nails.
Is
Atticus Ross.
Yeah, I don't fucking know his name. I just know Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor. I'm sorry. Anyways, the music was very anxiety inducing.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It's
like that
so
whole
good.
opening before you see his daughter as a teenager, as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Everything before that was just one continuous
song.
Kind of like track of music that just played. It never cut.
Yeah.
I think towards the end, right before it cuts to her.
Yeah.
And her practicing karate.
Yeah.
That when introducing her as a 16-year-old. Towards the end, it had switched to some different music, but there was this whole introduction of characters and long segment where it spent.
Robin, what the fuck, man? For me, it was the music that was playing during essentially the immigration raid when, like, the cops are trying to get Leo and, Benicio del Toro, the sensei's helping him, and all the images of, those just poor Hispanic families. Like, that's for me, it was where the music was really...
Well, and the camera was just no cuts.
Yeah,
just
it's
following
either
Benicio
madness.
or Leo.
Yeah, and then the music on top of that, I was just anxious the whole fucking time. It was a great score, don't get me wrong. I
really enjoyed his score, and I never really looked into who composed this movie, which is why I was kind of surprised yesterday when we were watching it. But I should have guessed, because lately he did the music for There Will Be Blood, The Master, Inherent Vice, Phantom Thread, and Licorice Pizza. So I
genuinely did not realize that he had done that much. Good for him.
He's done that much for Paul Thomas Anderson. Plus, he has also done scores for We Need to Talk About Kevin, You Were Never Really Here with Joaquin Phoenix, The Power of the Dog with Benedict Cumberbatch, Kirsten Dunst, and Jesse Plemons. He's never been nominated for an Oscar until now. Big up-and-coming composer, even though he's been working for decades.
Yeah. Good for him. He's getting his flowers, and we love that.
Sure. Well, speaking of somebody else who's been working hard and now finally is getting some recognition, Michael Bauman, who's the cinematographer, and it's only his second feature film.
Damn.
The first one was Licorice Pizza, which also starred Sean Penn and Cooper Hoffman, as I said. He was the cameraman on Phantom Thread. So this is his third film working with Paul Thomas Anderson.
PTA, the cinematography, fuck me.
Well, and before this,
Jesus Christ,
he was the camera operator and chief gaffer and worked in the electric department since 1993. He's worked on so many movies over the years. I was looking through it's so many to even go through. But
it's just like that one.
I remember seeing things like Iron Man and some other big movies. So he's been working in the movie business since 93.
Good for him.
But now he has won the BAFTA for Best Cinematography for One Battle. And now he's got an Oscar nomination. So I'm rooting for him as somebody who's just essentially two feature films in.
Yeah. But has been working in the...
been working
for
30 years,
two films as a cinematographer and then his second film he gets nominated for an Oscar. Like, he's just a hidden talent. That's fantastic.
Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 94% from critics and 85% from audiences.
Of course.
Letterboxd gave it a 4.2 out of 5. This has a Metascore of 95. 95. We're so used to seeing Metascores in the 60s.
Yeah.
But then to keep it all on even plane here, IMDb comes in with a 7.7 out of 10. Like, wait a minute, no, I can make that lower.
I mean, I'm not surprised. This is, first of all...
Which gives it an average of 87%, by the way.
That's fantastic. I enjoyed this movie because it's a great movie. And so I'm not surprised that so many other people have enjoyed it because it's a great movie from tip to tail.
Maggie, the other thing that I wanted to point out was that just because Sinners is like on the same...
Yeah.
They have like the same advantage, one battle to win for Best Picture. Because both movies have been going back and forth kind of throughout the awards. There's certain actors and actresses that have also been swapping around. So it's interesting. There's a few that are lock-ins, the sure things they're going to be happening for the Oscars.
Sean Penn is definitely getting it, right?
I think so. I think he will, but he's one of the ones that could be Stellan Skarsgård. Because some people were just like, yeah, Stellan needs an Oscar because he's old.
Stellan needs...
The Oscars work that way sometimes.
It's true, but not always.
Yeah. And I think somebody who's a lock is, what's her name from Hamnet?
Jessie Buckley.
Jessie Buckley will probably win Best Actress.
Yeah.
I think Sean Penn is a lock, but Best Actor nomination is been going back and forth between, like, nobody was expecting Michael B. Jordan.
No, to win the SAG. No.
Chalamet.
Oh yeah, Timothy
is
Chalamet.
The one who's been winning most of the other awards, so that one can be back and forth. So Sinners, like I said, there's a good chance. They got a 97-96 from critics and audiences, which is even better.
Mm-hmm.
Letterboxd gave it a 4.1, Metascore of 84, 7.5 from IMDb. Anyway, they end up with the same exact 87% average score. Because
they're both incredible, timeless movies.
It's going to be very interesting to watch
them back to back.
Back to back.
Yeah.
One Battle was made for $130 million. $25 million of that was
for
Leonardo DiCaprio's normal. That's his normal going rate right now.
Same Leo. Yeah.
Same. It made $72 million domestically, which. $72 million domestically and $137 million internationally, for a total of $209, which the studio considered it to be underperforming, which it is for $130 million.
Yeah.
But $130 million was the most money Paul Thomas Anderson. So this is his most expensive film, but it's also his most. This is $209 million is the most any of his movies have ever made.
Oh boy!
So even though it underperformed
for the studio, it's his top earner.
He.
People don't go to the movies anymore.
No, it's too bad. Yeah.
And they're spending more money to make movies, but they're not getting the audiences in to make up for it, unless it's one of the big tentpoles. But I'm so glad that movies like this are being made. This is not a cut and dry movie. This is a very bizarre movie. Like, this exact same story in the hands of a Michael Mann or a fucking, Spielberg even would be a lot different than Paul Thomas Anderson made it. And I'm glad that we got his version of this movie. I think he was the right voice to tell this story.
Yeah.
But it was a lot.
Was it?
It's a weird fucking movie, man, and I can't wait to get into it.
So I'm going to quickly cover what this movie has won so far as its Best Picture wins. It's won some technical stuff already, but it's won Best Picture, or got a Golden Globe, BAFTA, Critics' Choice, and a PGA for Best Picture so far. And I think there's some others. There's obviously some smaller level award shows that have also given them plenty of awards. They were nominated for 13 Oscars, not the most ever in history, which also not the most in this Oscar race.
No.
That goes to Sinners with 16, the most any movie has ever been nominated for a film. But let's look over One Battle After Another's measly 13. Best Picture, Best Casting, Best Achievement in Cinematography for Michael Bauman, Best Original Score for Johnny Greenwood, Best Sound, Best Directing for Paul Thomas Anderson, Best Lead Actor for Leonardo DiCaprio, Best Supporting Actor for Benicio del Toro, Best Supporting Actor Sean Penn, Best Supporting Actress for Tiana Taylor, Best Adapted Screenplay for Paul Thomas Anderson, Best Production Design, and Best Editing. It's a lot. It's a lot,
yeah.
And
that's about 13.
So between this movie and Sinners, it's going to be really interesting to see who racks up the most.
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to be between these two for the most part.
Hamnet comes in and sweeps.
Cheers to Hamnet, I guess.
Yeah.
For taking down two giant movies. But enough about the Oscars for now. You want to get into this cast?
I'd get into this cast.
Oh, I know you'd get into them if you could.
Not all of them. Not a lot of them.
Not a lot of them?
Not a lot of them.
I would say like probably minus one of them.
No, basically we're just looking at Benicio del Toro here, I would think. The rest, like, we'll get into it. We can get into it. Just, one looks too much like my brother, and the other one disgusts me to my core. And then the rest are just...
Yeah, that's some great acting right there.
Yeah,
If they can make me go, ew.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But of course, first playing Bob is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Leo. Once you were my beloved, now you're just looking more and more like my brother, and it's freaking me out, man.
Especially with that mustache and
facial hair.
The
that particular receding hairline, or it's just like slight M.
That long robe.
That long robe, yeah. The grunginess. I mean, that's...
kind of the dude of it all.
Yeah. But fuck, is he incredible. And fuck if this wasn't a character that couldn't have been played by anybody else but Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, he is so good at the sad, slapstick, bumbling, like, loser hero.
Yeah.
And I buy that much more than I buy, like, suave, sophisticated,
Oh, I love his loser.
Yeah,
so
his
much.
loser. Like, fucking Leonardo
and he's
DiCaprio
funny.
plays a
like,
great
he's
loser.
funny when he's a loser
Yeah.
like this guy. Especially when he's trying to figure out what the response code is for what time it is. That gets me.
What time is it? Time is an illusion. I said to Caveman before the movie started, I was like, is it funny? And he was like, yeah. He's like, there are definitely some funnier parts. He's like, but, not always. He's like, but
it's
yeah,
not always funny.
Humor. Fuck, Leo was really goddamn funny.
I mean, it did win a Golden Globe for Best Comedy.
Yeah, well,
that shows you right there.
That's not what the Golden Globes does. Like, it's just a travesty.
It's just an excuse to get another movie.
It's just an excuse to get another drama that has one fucking chuckle in the comedy.
It's more of a chuckler.
Yeah.
It's got some levity, more levity in it than Hamnet. I bet you. I haven't seen Hamnet yet, but I bet you
it's got
One
a few
Battle
more
has more
kahas.
levity than.
Oh my god, yeah.
Or Train Dreams.
But no, Leo's a great Train Dreams. God, I don't even think there's a single chuckler in that movie. Leo's great.
William H. Macy makes you smile.
He does, but then he makes you sob.
Well, everybody makes you sad.
I know.
Sorry
the entire time I watched that movie, I was just like, I'm so nervous because I know it's gonna get sad, and then it got really fucking sad.
We have covered and talked about Leonardo DiCaprio so much on this podcast because we've done so many of his movies throughout and we still have more ahead of us that I know that I want to talk about.
Yeah. So Leo's great. We love him.
We love Leo.
Yeah.
Maybe not as a person.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got issues, but who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Speaking of issues, next we've got Sean Penn playing Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw.
First of all, Colonel Lockjaw.
Colonel Lockjaw
is a bad guy's name from a bad 80s film that has like CGI mutant sharks. That is a knockoff of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you cannot prove me wrong. Like, Colonel Lockjaw is the stupidest fucking name in a serious movie that I've heard in a long time. Almost took me out of it.
Well, I think that's where some of the levity comes in, is having a character's name Lockjaw.
And have him look and act and be like that.
He's over the top, but...
Oh, my God.
Everybody in this movie is playing a character...
Like a caricature?
Of, like, what's the term? What's the term? Parody. Yeah, they're all like parodies.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent. Although I don't know, like the Christmas Adventurers.
The Christmas Adventurers Club.
They are fucking parodies, but they're also parodies of actual real human people who are probably out there, and they're just as bad, if not worse.
And the way they talk, and you're just like,
fucking hail Santa.
Hail Saint Nick.
Hail Saint Nick. Hail Saint Nick. I was aghast at that. We'll get to them. Sean Penn. First of all, dumb name, but I loved it. I hated his character so much. I was disgusted by that man.
Which is why by the end, you're so happy the way things turn out.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I don't know if that was the death I wanted for him. That he thought he gets every
It
spoiler.
was too easy.
Yeah.
It's too easy and painless.
Yeah, that they just fucking gassed him and threw him in an oven.
I mean, I appreciate
Which
that
of
his
course
whole
that's
face
how they
got
did it, by the way.
completely
I know, fucked.
gnarled up
Yeah.
from the car accident.
The
and the shotgun.
physicality. I'm not the biggest Sean Penn fan in general. Like, he is kind of an incredible actor, but he's always kind of been behind the scenes so, like, creepy. He gives me the ick, as the kids say. The man's pretty messed up, but he's a phenomenal actor, right? And everybody fucking loves him, and everybody blows Sean Penn all the time. But I'm over here like, I don't know. But, like, I've seen his movies, and I'm like, fuck yeah, he's a good actor. But also, like, bleh. And then watching this movie, the whole time I was like, ugh. You know. My favorite Sean Penn is and will always be Spicoli from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which I would love to talk about on this show.
It might happen. Another one of his movies, which we haven't covered a single Clint Eastwood movie, directed film in this podcast yet. And Sean Penn in Mystic River is
Mystic River.
Such a good movie, which is
I know,
why I talk
but
about
here's
it.
the annoying thing, right? Like, I don't like him, but he's a phenomenal fucking actor. And about halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, I hate this character so much, not because he's Sean Penn, but because Sean Penn is playing him so well, and I hate him. Like, I'm blown away by the role that he got to play and the way that he played that character. Phenomenal across the board. I absolutely get why he's winning awards. But this movie gave me a masturbating Sean Penn. And because of that, that's something
where you draw the line.
I draw the line hard at that.
At least it wasn't graphic.
Caveman?
What?
I docked this movie at 1 star because of that.
A whole star?
A whole star.
Didn't even show anything.
It doesn't matter. I've never once in my life needed to think, see, or care about Sean Penn masturbating.
That's a little extreme.
You know what? I'm a little extreme.
If you mean it went from 5 stars to 4 stars, then that's okay.
I was aghast at that. I'm still angry about that because how fucking dare they? But goddamn it, Sean Penn is great in this movie.
Somebody else who's great and nominated for his acting is Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro, not Javier Bardem.
This is not Javier Bardem.
Not Javier Bardem. It's Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro.
And he's actually the one that should get the Oscar.
Oh, I would love it if I liked this. I liked what he did.
His
he got off
character
of an airplane from Europe doing the Phoenician scheme. and landed in California and immediately just got into, with hardly any break.
No.
He said he went home, unpacked from one movie, and packed to get ready to go do one battle after another. And he just got thrown. He was just in one movie to another. And I still haven't seen the Phoenician scheme, but it's on my list.
Yeah.
I have a big list all the time, every year. But this character...
It just fucking, he's incredible. He's a goddamn
Sensei
Latino.
Sergio St.
Harriet
Carlos.
Tubman. He's a community leader. Like, the way that man held himself, the way that man knew what to do to fuck with the cops, the way that man, like, the reverence that his community holds for him, the love and kindness he holds for his community, all of that is portrayed essentially silently. Like, it's just the command that you get off of that character, the aura you get off of that character, that this is a good man. And he is a good community leader. And I fucking loved him so much. I loved him. He was great. It's such a simple gag, and I saw it in the trailer, and I was like, meh. But then watching it in the movie, when he gives the Viva la Revolution.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it. Viva la Revolution!
And then he gives,
Sensei.
And he drops down, and then the carpet,
carpet
rolls
over the...
Fuck, is that funny? I loved him so much.
Yeah, that whole sequence.
He's
with
really
him.
He's the only one in this whole film that I'd get down with.
I love that whole sequence with Benicio.
It's so good.
And Leo going through from his dojo to his house, and then
to all the hiding spots.
Getting Leo up in the roof while he gets all his people down into the tunnel.
When Leo jumps
off the roof.
And that whole shot of him going down, they do Texas switch because when the stuntman falls to the ground and then Leo pops up.
Yeah, they do this really clever. We saw it on YouTube.
Yeah,
behind
and then
the scenes
the
thing.
way that he like runs off and then gets tased, like all of that.
He was
I
already
was in awe of that
because they
entire
show the
sequence.
same. They do this really clever. It's this really clever Texas switch that they don't. It's an untraditional Texas switch because they don't hide either the stunt performer or the actor beneath the view of the camera frame like you usually do. They do it right in front of your face, and they're just. It's such a really quick transition between the two guys, and it just looks so.
It's so seamless.
Seamless
it's so
and natural.
Good.
And yeah, they're using like this.
This movie is shot.
They're using this like I don't. It's got a better name than like slow down system.
A rig of some sort, rig of some sort.
Yeah, it's a pulley rig of some sort that's slow. It's like when we went to that ropes course and we jumped off of the. At the end, you just kind of leap off and you slowly descend.
There's nothing slow about it. I fucking shink right to the ground.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's really fun to see those behind the scenes of that stunt. Yeah. Really great stunt.
But yeah, no, Benicio del Toro, fucking, he deserves the awards, honestly, and I just loved him. I loved him.
I think one of the first movies I saw him in may have been The Usual Suspects. I know.
I've never seen that.
Wow. Yeah. All right. But you know the ending.
Yeah, I know the ending. And I don't like Kevin Spacey anymore anyways, so I think that would ruin it for me.
It might.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, The Usual Suspects and...
I mean, Fear and Loathing. It might be when I first really, truly discovered him.
I loved him at the beginning of Snatch.
Stop saying Snatch.
Snatch.
God,
but then I think... Because in Fear and Loathing, of course, he's got a big character.
Yeah. Dr. Gonzo.
I don't think his character is quite as big in The Usual Suspects. I think what really kind of made him stand out later was Traffic. That was a pretty big movie for him, just kind of being better known to audiences. One movie that I would love to do on our podcast as a bonus episode, he's also in. It's called 21 Grams. It's got Naomi Watts and Sean Penn in it as well.
Isn't that all about that's the weight of your soul or some bullshit?
That's the title of the movie. It has nothing to do with the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, yes. In the end, somebody says 21 grams is the difference between when you live and die, you lose 21 grams in there. That's the weight of your soul leaving your body. And we got to see him play the Collector.
Yeah, I love him as the
really
Collector.
Entertaining in.
Didn't need him in Star Wars.
His character in Star Wars was not
especially
needed.
not as a character named DJ.
He's got a pretty frightening character he plays in Sicario, which is another movie that I just really love.
Well, we're really blowing Benicio del Toro, aren't we?
Yeah, I love Benicio del Toro. Denis Villeneuve did Sicario. But next we've got Tiana Taylor.
When I saw this trailer for the first time and the 10th time and like the 20th time, I went, why is Rihanna in this? I didn't hear that Rihanna was making a movie. She looks identical to Rihanna. And not that that's a bad thing in any way, shape, or form. Both are stunning women. But I was genuinely like, wow, Rihanna did a film with Leonardo DiCaprio? Like, good for her. Literally the thought that went through my head the first time I saw her. This is the first time I've ever seen or heard of Tiana Taylor in my life. Was basically her coming out of this movie. And I think she's stunning. I thought she did a great job. Fuck, did she do a good job in this character. But her fashion choices, oh, so good. So good. The outfit that she wore to the SAG Awards, where like the top bodice, and I should know who it's by, but I don't know that much about fashion. But like the whole bodice is like hand painted to look like a naked human, like female form. And it's just like wrapped around her perfectly. Just, oh my God, she's so pretty. And that's what I think about Tiana Taylor.
Some movies that you might be familiar with. I don't know if you watched. Did you watch Coming to America?
Yeah, we watched it.
That's right.
I don't remember her in it.
She was in that. I think she was one of the brides. I think.
Was she the crazy bride, or was she the one that he meets in America? I don't know.
I'd watch that movie again.
I enjoyed that film.
I remember liking it. The Book of Clarence.
Yeah, I only made it about halfway through that film before I gave up on it. So
I ended up watching the whole thing, of course.
again,
but
like
she
seen
plays
her,
Mary Magdalene.
but not seen her. You know.
And then most recently, I saw her in The Rip, which was Netflix's new Matt Damon, Ben Affleck
How was
movie.
that?
Yeah, it was all right.
Two,
Like
three
three and a
stars?
half,
Oh.
3.5, something like that.
fair.
It was fine enough. Once Matt Damon told the world that how Netflix makes their movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure there are so many smarter cinephiles out there who have figured
Clocked
this
it
out
already, yeah.
before I did. But the way that they constantly have to tell you the plot throughout the movie because they know you're not paying attention
Yeah.
because it's Netflix and nobody actually watches
Yeah.
Netflix. They just leave it on the background while they look at their phone.
I mean, yeah, that's what I've been rewatching Bridgerton, and that's exactly how I've been rewatching it. I'm playing games and listening to
Which
Bridgerton.
is why
Every
this should
once
be
in a
the
while I look
last
up
month
and
we
I'm
have Netflix.
I love my Bridgerton. I have no regrets.
But she, as we said earlier, she also has been nominated for Best Supporting Actress for this movie.
She already won. She won the Golden Globe,
Yep.
and she won another one. Did she win the BAFTA?
I don't think it was the BAFTA because I think that went to Woomy.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, no, Woomy and her have been basically trading it back and forth, and we'll find out very soon who wins. Yeah, no, she is phenomenal, and I look forward to seeing more from her because she is such a lovely talent in front of the screen. And again, God, her fashion choices.
Next, we've got Regina Hall playing Deandra.
Who again? I know I've seen her in things.
Big surprise from. I'm usually used to watching Regina Hall in scary movies.
Yeah,
movies.
I haven't seen a single scary movie. Not a single second.
She was
of one
in
of those
Girls
films.
Trip.
Which I didn't see, but it always looked fun. I know that she is. I think she played like the wife. I think she played Chris Rock's wife in Death at a Funeral.
I think you're right.
Because I know she was in that, and I think that's who her character was. Like again, she's a really lovely character actress who.
Oh yeah.
Exists.
She does. I mean, she's on Blackish. Is like
Yeah.
her big. Actually, no, that she's only been in 3 episodes of that. What's her big
Scary movie.
Yeah.
Scary movies.
Black Monday is a TV series. 30 episodes so far. Since
Again, fantastic.
actually, but it ended.
I know that she's very funny.
She does a lot.
Yeah, she does a lot. Good for her.
She was in Vacation with
I didn't see it.
with Andy.
Yeah, Ed
Helms.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris in Vacation. I want to see that.
Remake of Vacation. Ed Harris is rusty.
She played a wife in a Key and Peele skit, which makes sense because I could see her.
No, absolutely.
Easily
And knowing
playing
them and being friends
in there.
Yeah. No, she was lovely in this. Good for her. Like I said, I know that kind of for me, I think most people know her from Scary Movie, and I haven't messed with that at all.
And that's really like the bulk of the main cast.
We do need to talk about Chase Infinity.
Yes,
because that's her film.
Yes, and she's another person who's been getting a lot of. She didn't get nominated.
No, but she's getting a lot of
love. But she did get nominated for there are other things that she's got.
Yeah.
Recognition from.
This is her first feature film. You know.
Yeah, the audition process for her went on forever because they kept testing her screens with costumes with Leo and
Sean Penn.
No, she didn't act with Sean Penn in the beginning. It was Leo and
Benicio.
No, the person we just talked about.
Oh, Regina Hall.
Regina Hall, jeez. And here, name every actor.
Orlando Bloom.
No,
Kate Blanchett.
They tested her with Leonardo DiCaprio and Regina Hall, and she's like, during the whole thing, she said, even if I don't get the part, this has been
what an
some
experience.
great and just learning from these actors.
Yeah, what an incredible experience.
And so they finally, I don't know what the hang up was, what they kept on testing her for, like not just giving her the part, if there was something that they were waiting to see, or maybe she got better through auditions. But whatever the reason is, she still got the part and did knocked this role out of the park. I would have expected her to to have been nominated. She didn't have a lot of screen time because while she's...
Well, yeah, I mean, she's the main character of the movie, but we see her both as a baby and then as the
she's off screen a lot.
But yeah, there's
when
so
she's
many
been
characters in this
taken.
movie, she, ultimately she is like I said, the main character of the film. But the story is not her story so much as it's the story of her history. It's kind of a movie about her, not of her. She doesn't have a lot of screen time, but the screen time that she has is electric. She is a phenomenal actress. She's lovely. I really felt a lot of her scenes, a lot of her like anguish, a lot of her fear, like a lot of her like hardness, her pluck. I felt all that. And, she's going up against, Leonardo DiCaprio. She's going up against Benicio del Toro. She's going up against Sean Penn.
And
her scenes with Sean Penn. Fuck.
And right out of the gate. Her first big picture she gets to be in, she got nominated for 2 BAFTAs.
Yeah.
Critics' Choice Award. She won for the Chicago Film Critics Association. She was nominated for a Golden Globe. All this to say, she's so far been nominated 48. She has 48 nominations.
Jesus.
And 26 wins.
Jesus. This woman's got a career ahead of her.
And those 26 wins are for all 4 one battle. But through, not the like big 6.
No, I know.
But that's okay because
she's going to get them.
She's so young.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing her career.
She's going to be she's going to be like a Zendaya.
Level.
Just somebody who's like, she comes on, she's like featuring Jason Infinity and just like, sweet, cool.
Yeah, Zendaya worked really hard. She did the Disney TV shit for a real long time, which is not something that you and I know a whole lot about. We never watched the Disney like teen shows of the early 2000s because we were full ass adults by then. But Zendaya kind of cut her teeth on those. So it's not that she came out of nowhere so much. She's been around for a very long time, but I understand what you mean. Like, Jason Infinity is going to be, she's going to have a great career, and it's going to be.
It's always nice, and I've said this about directors, but it's also nice about young actors and actresses when they
get
first
on the ground floor.
Yeah, when they first come up on the screen, you're like, oh wow, that was impressive, and you're like, man, I hope I see them more because there are plenty of other young actors who never come back. They like that was my role, and I'm on to other things, which is, that's their choice and probably the better.
Well, sometimes it's not always their choice.
Better option in the long run.
Hollywood's tried to put forth a great amount of people that we have collectively gone, no, thank you.
Well, and they also screw up young young people's lives.
Yeah, they do.
So you always hope for the best, but I look forward to seeing much more from Chase Infinity.
So I want to just point out a few of the kind of smaller cast members. Tony Goldwyn as Virgil Thorkmorton,
one of the members of
the Christmas
Adventures Club.
I love him.
Whenever you see him on screen, you're just like, oh, cool.
Yay! He played Tarzan. He's the voice of Tarzan in the Disney movie.
The Disney Tarzan.
And that's kind of how I know him most. I don't know, but just hot, forever hot, and we love, and we stand.
I mean, he's been in everything, including Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And more. And
there, John Hugenacker, I think, who plays Tim Smith. He was the assassin. And he's been in nothing. He is just like baby character actor doing TV stuff.
Great. I love not knowing who he was because it's just this lone gunman for hire
essentially,
character.
But he's got
that hunts him down so fast.
Just that Christian white boy look. He's the blonde,
they did a great
blue-eyed.
job just cutting him up.
He was
so he looks
so terrifying, and so for his little bit of screen time, he was electric. And I really enjoyed him. Same with
well-dressed villains are always.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love him. I don't know his name.
It's also scary.
Here.
Like polite villains are scary.
I don't know the name right here. I don't have it on IMDb, and I'm not gonna bother looking it up. Oh wait, no, Jason Ratterman as Colonel Danvers. He was the
the guy who kept on questioning
the interrogator.
And he felt so realistic.
You know why?
Did he used to do
That's
shit like that?
That's what he used to do.
Oh, fuck.
And he is not an actor. He was like somebody who knew how to do that knew somebody, and they hired, like, he was a friend and they hired him in, or he was a consultant or something.
God.
He was terrifying. Terrifying.
And knowing like men like that exist
and are doing terrible things in the name of our fucking government right now.
Yeah.
I was horrified by that man. And if I never see him again, it'll be too soon.
Oh yeah, it was when he started talking to the underage students at the school.
Yes.
It's like, where the fuck are these people's
for me, it's
parents?
He's like, we know that you don't care, but your sister might.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I don't like this guy. Like, ugh. He was phenomenal. And
Great
then
bad guy.
Eric Schwig, he was Avanti, the bounty hunter that ultimately goes back to save her.
Yeah.
You know him because he is the son in The Last of the Mohicans.
Oh my God.
Gets killed. Who falls in love with the sister and then gets killed.
Oh my God, that's him.
That's him when he was a baby. Yeah.
And then, man, now I'm kind of like I'm visualizing the two actors in my head from the two movies. I'm like, yeah, I can see.
Mohicans.
Last Mohicans is such a good movie.
and
Especially
then
that soundtrack.
Lastly, where is it? Dan Charlton as Comrade Josh. Comrade Josh was the guy who kept answering the phone and being like, well, what time is it, guy? Like, you're really attacking me
Josh.
right now, and I'm feeling very triggered. You're saying my triggers.
These are my trigger words.
Rise and shine.
Hi. What's up? What's up, homie? It's me again, Bob Ferguson. I don't know if you remember, but we spoke earlier on the phone. I think we had a little misunderstanding. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I was trying to get the rendezvous point for my daughter,
Right.
Willa.
If you can't answer what time is it, I cannot give you the rendezvous point. This is a key tenet of the rebellion. I'm surprised you can't name it. I don't know if you are who you say you are.
Okay.
And I just every
time,
moment that he had on screen, I was like, this guy's great. And I really thought it was going to be somebody more than just a screenwriter.
He kind of sounded like Mark Maron.
Kind of, yeah. Like I wanted him, like him I wanted him to be somebody more than just like a friend of Paul Thomas Anderson's. But I kind of love that, like, he was kind of my favorite character, and because fucking Comrade Josh, I loved him. Have you ever had a French 75?
I know a French 75 is a big gun.
Oh, it's also a cocktail made out of champagne, gin, and lemon. And I've only had like little sips of one. I think I may have ordered one once in my life, but I remember it being delicious. And as a lover of champagne and a lover of gin, yeah, I fuck with that drink. Sometimes I see trailers for a movie, and I think to myself, I say, Maggie, that looks like it's going to be a good movie. But I don't know if I want to watch it. Like, sometimes I see a film and I'm just like, but maybe I'm a little afraid of it for one reason or another, so I'm just not going to bother. Yeah. And then fucking the Oscars come along and pop culture comes along and they're all like, see this fucking movie. And I'm like, but I already decided I didn't want to. Because it looks scary, and not because it's a scary movie, but sometimes I just don't want to see shit about, politics right now, because it's a nonstop festering shit show out there, and occasionally I just want to watch Bridgerton or Heated Rivalry. And everybody's like, no, watch one battle after another, and I'm like, okay, you're right, it's great. So yeah, what a movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt about this.
I'm glad you... Does Paul Thomas Anderson turn you off from watching one of his movies when they first come out?
No, because I don't think much about Paul Thomas. I don't think about Paul Thomas Anderson as much as fans of Paul Thomas Anderson think about him. I don't dislike the movies of his that I've seen, but I haven't seen a lot of his movies.
I'm just saying, like, if you see a good trailer and then it's like directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, are you like...
No, because I don't like, that doesn't make me go, I don't want to see it. That makes me go, oh, that's probably going to be really fucking good, but I don't know. Like, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes when it comes to these big movies like this, even though they're incredible, and I love film, and it sounds very hypocritical of me, I love film so much. I love movies. I love going to the movies. I love being surprised by how much I like or dislike movies that I thought otherwise of. Like, Send Help, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to see Send Help at all. But you were like, hey, our friends are going to be there. We're going to go to the Cinebar. let's have some
drinks and then burgers
drinks and a burger
while you get to watch the
and
movie.
watch this movie. And I was like, fine, you know what? Fine, I'll go for the experience. And then it was one of the most fun experiences I've had in a theater in a long ass time. Great crowd, great night, great wings, great edible that kicked in right when it was supposed to. Like, it was a good time. And I was surprised by that. But sometimes I just kind of want to read the plot on Wikipedia and pretend and see it through all the clips that I've seen of a film and just be like, oh yeah, no, I heard it was great, but I haven't really watched it. And then just kind of like go on with my life. And that was one battle after another when I saw the first trailer. I was like, meh, whatever. But then fucking the Oscars came along and pop culture came along and just was like, yeah, you have to watch it. And I did, and I'm glad I did.
So, yeah, I'm
But sometimes I don't want to.
more of the one where I'm like, ooh, a new Paul Thomas Anderson movie's coming out. I'm going to go see that in the theater.
I don't think about Paul Thomas
I don't
Anderson.
want it to be, I don't want anything to be spoiled for me.
Yeah.
More than anything, that's why I see my probably over fair share of films in the theater. There are some where I'm like, nobody's going to spoil this.
Yeah.
And, I don't think anybody really has spoiled anything about.
No, I haven't
Battle.
seen any. I think the only
It's not
spoiler
that kind
I
of movie
saw
where people
was
are like, guess what happens?
I think I knew that Sean Penn was like had a dad, that there was a dad thing, that he was actually the father of the baby. Like that kind of got spoiled for me, and I went, really? But then I was like, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then here I am. I went from like never really wanting to watch this movie to having seen this movie in a week and a half. So that's also another thing. It was a bit of whiplash. But no, it's not. I don't think about Paul Thomas Anderson as much as I think about Denis Villeneuve or Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Like, I don't care much for Spielberg anymore, but I keep an ear out as to what he's doing because you never know with him.
Especially this year.
PTA is not at the top of my list of directors I think about often enough to care if they put out new movies, if that makes sense.
I don't think the Oscars usually do either.
No.
Because he constantly keeps getting nominated for his writing and directing and best film.
Yeah.
And every time it's just like, no, we're going to go with somebody else. Like,
So is this his year then?
He got screenplay nominations for both Boogie Nights and Magnolia. And There Will Be Blood. Directing for There Will Be Blood. Best Picture for There Will Be Blood. Writing for Inherent Vice.
So he's kind of always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Is that what Paul Thomas Anderson is?
Best directing and best picture for Phantom Thread. Best directing and screenplay for Licorice Pizza. And best picture. That one was a big one where he actually got all three again that he hadn't gotten since There Would Be Blood. And now he's doing it again with One Battle. And this time it actually seems like he can...
I was going to say, do you think he gets best director?
Compared to who? Like
Benicio
or Guillermo del Toro's not going to get it.
No, no, which is unfortunate, but it's true.
Ryan Coogler might.
Okay. That or Josh Safdie. Safdie?
There's been some controversy with Josh Safdie recently.
Actually, I mean, there's been some controversy kind of around Timothée Chalamet and how he's handling this award season too. So,
which is why recently, like BAFTAs, I don't think Marty Supreme won a single BAFTA that it was nominated for.
So it's Chloe Zhao, it's Joachim Trier, which could be, they could pull sentimental value. Like,
sure, yeah, they could, but that'd be
he's like in third place.
Out of it.
It's got to be Paul Thomas Anderson or Ryan Coogler, obviously.
Yeah,
I really think this is going to Paul Thomas Anderson.
Same. He's been winning at other award shows.
Here's the other question that I have
I think he won the Directors Guild.
Do you think he's going to get Best Adapted Screenplay? And now this is against Begonia, Frankenstein, Train Dreams, and Hamnet. And this is also, I mean, although he does adapt somewhat an impossible book to adapt. He adapted it, but he then kind of turned it into its own thing.
I think Hamnet might get screenplay.
It would be nice if it went to Frankenstein, because fuck, what a great movie that was.
As great as Frankenstein is, and as happy as I am that all the people...
Everybody involved,
and so many nominations for them as well.
It's going to get like costume and makeup, maybe.
Yeah.
Sound design.
I could see Frankenstein getting costume. There's some other costume, too, that was...
I'm just saying, like, it would be great if he got it for Frankenstein, but I don't think that's his year for this. I don't know. I guess it remains to be seen. But I feel, I mean, it has been a long time since I've watched Sinners, but that movie sat into my heart and burrowed in, and I can't wait to watch it again and talk about what a beautiful, meaningful film that is for me. Or just, in general, for the world at large. And me too. Like, fuck it, I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah, I genuinely think that this is going to get the Best Picture. I haven't seen Sinners in a long time. I love that movie. It is a phenomenally made film. This is the Oscar film, right? Like, this is going to get Best Picture. I would wager that Cast goes to Sinners. I think that PTA is finally going to get his director Oscar. If he doesn't, and it all goes to Sinners and Ryan Coogler, fuck yeah. Here for it.
No, that'd be great too.
Not upset at all.
I wouldn't be upset by it. It'd be a surprise.
Yeah.
It'd be one hell of a surprise. I think even more
surprise
than some others.
Yeah.
But
it's, like...
I don't... Ryan Coogler has such a long career ahead of him.
Oh,
Not to say that PTA is like an old, Steven Spielberg aged director, but he's made so many, and every time his movies are up for nominations.
Does Ryan Coogler have an Oscar?
Not for directing, maybe for writing.
Hold on, I'll look. No, you look it up. I gotta turn all my shit back on.
Nominated.
Only nominated.
Yep.
Well, if Ryan Coogler could be his year. Nonetheless, there are certain movies that are Oscar movies, and One Battle After Another is an Oscar film. It is a film that is meant to... I don't think it's made to win Oscars, but it's meant to win Oscars. And I'm okay with that, because it's not a bad movie. Sometimes you have Oscar films that are like, made, and you're like, okay, they're going to win an Oscar off of that, but that movie's kind of crap, and I don't like it.
I'm surprised he didn't get nominated for Creed.
But I believe that was a big snub at the time.
That's terrible. That was a great movie.
So, yeah, this particular movie, like I said, it's a lot of a film. It's a lot. And after a while, it got to be too much for me. And
what was too much?
There were a couple times I had to take breaks.
Sure, it's almost 3 hours long.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that we watched it at home. Like, as much as I would have loved to have seen the last 20 minutes of this film on a big screen.
See this in IMAX or...
Like, yeah. Those scenes in the car dips where they're going up and down and how low the camera is on the horizon.
In the theater.
That was gorgeous. And I bet it looked incredible on a big screen. But I am so glad I watched this movie at home. So I could turn to you and be like, I have to pee and I need a break. The anxiety of the scene when basically from the moment Bob escapes to when he's arrested, right? When Bob escapes his house, I should say. And leading all the way through to when he's arrested and tased. Yeah. That was one long panic attack. That is one long panic attack.
Okay, you can never watch Uncut Gems. Not that you were going to.
No.
But...
And see, I know that. And there's also some reasons why I don't want to watch certain films, because I think, oh, that's going to be panic attack. And I'm right. And I was right about this one, too. The music, the acting, the cinematography, the way it was shot, all beautiful, all incredible. Panic attack. Just the entire time. And, and then I was like, wow, the first hour of this movie is really intense. And the second hour of this movie is really fucking intense. What's this last, 45 minutes going to be? It's going to be fucking intense. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't intense or that it slowed down at all, but it somehow became smaller. There's less characters that we kind of, have to worry about per se. And it zones in more on Willa and her story. So again, it's not that the film slows down at all, but the world gets smaller, and I found myself so riveted by that last 45 minutes. And it wasn't as anxious as everything else had been, right? That pounding music and all the different people and all the different things and the crying babies and the tear gas and the long shots and the guns and everything, it got smaller, and I really, really like that. There's a lot to be said about this movie and what it says about America and where America has been going for a while. I think smarter people and more eloquent people have said those things, and I don't have the mind power to be either at the moment. But it is a very strange sensation to watch a movie that is so relevant to what is going on literally in our backyard right now. And it's so scary and it's also sad. Art is political. All art is political art. I mean, long live political cartoons. Jesus Christ, like they're the backbone of rebellions, man. They're out there saying the shit that nobody else can say in one panel. Anyways, I love political cartoons. It's a weird sensation, and it's scary, and it's sad, and it's important. But like, I really just want to be watching Bridgerton right now.
Jeez.
You know, like I need an escape from all of it. And sometimes art is, you know, oftentimes art is this wonderful mirror that is held up to society, and sometimes art is stupid fluff that distracts you from the horrors of society. And I'm in a bit more of distraction mode right now. I think pre this podcast, I might not have enjoyed this movie as much as I do now.
Yeah, I get that.
You know? So I am definitely glad that I watched it. There were a few things that I wrote down. I mean, I wrote down a lot. All of my notes are so wacky. The codes, the fucking codes. Of course, we've already talked about that, but it's just so funny. I want you to see how large I wrote those two words there. You want to read them out loud?
Oh, good old semen demon.
Semen demon.
I like that you spelled demon with an A.
Did I? I did.
Just like semen.
Yep. Well, it is a semen demon with an A.
Which I'm pretty sure semen is also not with an A. But
you know what? Fuck you. First of all. I believe at the beginning of this movie you admonished me for writing a note down and you were like, you're not looking at the screen, you already missed so much.
I didn't say you missed so much. I just said, Maggie, look at the screen. That's all I said, because you were writing notes and things were happening.
I write fast and I'm not good at spelling, so eat shit. But also semen demon.
I believe she was a spermative.
A semen demon.
That's correct.
A good old semen demon.
Good old semen demon. The fucking, you know what? The Christmas Adventurers might have been my favorite part about the movie because it was so
out of left field.
Out of left field, diabolical. All of this could have just been happening easily, you know, normally, but then it's this secret cabal of religious right that's fucking slithered into our government like Hydra. And I know that they exist and I hate it. Like they cracked me up every fucking time. They were so over the top. You know, when they gassed him and threw him in a fucking furnace, like so over the top. That shit was so wacky and I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
You're not expecting how like weird and wacky it gets.
Yeah, because based off of the trailer, you're like, okay, this looks like this guy is a revolutionary. He's fighting a version of fascism that
exists.
Seems so out there, but
it's actually happening right now.
And then and that's really all you know, that they take his daughter and he's looking for his daughter. That's the main thing you know that's
you
this
go
movie's
into
about.
it. Yeah.
And then just the way Paul Thomas Anderson unravels everything in front of you.
Story.
The way Michael Bauman frames these shots. So, you know, of course, the chase scene at the end.
Oh, it's just so beautiful.
You know, they go away from a Steadicam to a handheld camera, and running around with Benicio del Toro and Leonardo DiCaprio, and you know, waiting. You know, making those takes nice and long, with all the
shit
insanity that's happening around them, which is why I was like, that's very Safdie Brothers for Uncut Gems, where they're just, you know, they just got a handheld camera and they're just following actors around, and there's 5 people yelling at each other, or you know, when Benicio del Toro is like yelling at Leo to stop, like
while he's on the phone speaking in another language.
Well, the moment where like he just wants to plug his phone in so that he can figure out where
my God, that was such a brilliant gag.
And every time he plugs it in,
most.
Benicio del Toro's like, "Hey, Bob, this way."
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, this way. No, Bob, come on, Bob.
Yeah.
We're going to my house, Bob. No, Bob, not there.
Not there. Yeah, like,
and just constantly, we're like,
he's so good.
Always plugging his phone in, and Benicio telling him, "No, not there." So much that is the great comedy about this movie. That was really good. But that kind of thing, that kind of dynamic where all these different people in the scene are talking to each other, yelling at each other, and you're trying to keep up with everything that's happening.
You know who does that wonderfully? Is Robert Altman, and especially in MASH, where you have like 5 to 6 different, people all talking dialogue out at the same time, and you pick up on different bits, and every time you watch it, you pick up on different bits, but you kind of get the whole gist of the story. And that takes a very deft hand at directing people to do that right.
To set it up right, the camera movement is a big deal.
Choreograph that dance. Again, it's not that the pedigree of the movie turned me off in any way. I was just
that's good.
This story just
no,
looks
I know.
like
Sometimes
I don't want to see Hamnet because it looks like a fucking bummer.
Dramas. I'm going this weekend. You can come with me if you want.
I don't want to.
Going to a new theater that I've never been to before.
How far away is it? So, very rarely does something rip me out of the film so much that I almost get angry about it. And it's weird because it's very rarely does that ever happen with a song. But the use of Tom Petty's American Girl over the end credits, or like the final scenes, and then into the end credits.
American Girl.
I hate it. I think that was such a poor choice. It was too upbeat and peppy in a pop sort of way that movie is like that. This movie is a modern Western, right? Like
It is kind of a modern Western. It has that No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, kind of feel like it's all dusty, deserty. It's not cowboys and Indians, but it's still bad guys and good guys. And, it's not horses, it's fucking chargers and, like a bullet. Yeah, like, I don't know. It was just that like opening that is so long. And I thought it was like 6 other songs until Tom Petty started singing. And I was like, oh, man. I don't know. I didn't like the use of that song in that moment.
It didn't hit me as much, but I understand when a song pops in that you're not prepared for and doesn't fit what you're feeling at the moment.
And you're just like,
But I could also see them being like, we want this music to make you feel this way when you just felt like you just saw something pretty dark and crazy happen on screen.
Yeah.
Let's give you, once again, a little bit more levity.
It was too cliche, first of all.
That's the problem with Tom Petty sometimes.
Unfortunately,
too,
yeah. I mean,
his music.
Used
he has
to
so
death,
many
no
hits
pun
that have been
intended.
used in so many. Oh,
I love Tom Petty, and you know it. Like, I love him, but it's a little too cliche, and I feel like it doesn't fit her as a Gen X or a somewhat maybe older Gen X, like revolutionary, right? That does not scream Tom Petty. It screams My Chemical Romance or AFI or literally fucking even Joan Jett I would have accepted, right? But Tom Petty's American Girl just felt cliched and trite.
Have it end with when I was.
I was literally just going to say Black Parade would have been.
Took me into the city to watch a marching band.
Yeah, that would have been a better choice for the vibe of the movie we had just watched. Having Christmas music over the end credits, diabolical and very funny.
You hated that.
I was so angry about that. But like the Tom Petty song just sort of hit me the wrong way, and I was like, that was a choice, and it was not the right choice.
It was actually funny during the movie to get the Christmas music when the Mustang's coming up on Ronald Reagan's house.
In fact, that was a moment that we paused the film and took a break, and I was in the bathroom singing that Christmas song to myself. Jingle Bells or whatever it was.
So Maggie, what would you give One Battle After Another out of 5 stars?
Well, based on Sean Penn masturbating, this film gets 4 stars for me. So angry about it. I never needed to see Sean Penn's fear boner. I did not. And I never want to see it again. So thank you for ruining your own film and the Tom Petty song. But yeah, I'm going to give it 4 stars. It is a phenomenal film, and I understand the joy of it. It's not a film I'm going to revisit nearly as often as some of the other intense movies that I never thought I'd want to watch, but then loved, like Interstellar.
Sure.
What about you, honey? What do you rate it?
I have it currently at a 4.5 out of 5 on my letterbox. I thoroughly enjoyed it, as I said earlier. It's still my number one from 2025. Followed closely by Marty Supreme. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that we started strong. You know, like I said earlier, you know, choosing this list of movies that we have ahead of us, there's some curveballs in there, and it wasn't the easiest thing. Do we make it modern in what's in fashion and what people are talking about right now? Do we throw in some old classics? What do we do? Blah, blah, blah. Anyways,
there's a lot of movies.
There's a lot of movies to come.
We looked at a lot of lists.
Yeah, we did.
One really big list.
Yeah, with 1,001 movies you see before you die.
And, we wrote down some ideas from that list, but ultimately we kind of came up with
what we came up with.
And
I'm proud of that, but I was excited to watch this when it was put on the list. Ultimately, I was glad that I watched this movie. I'm glad that we started with this film. And I'm really glad.
It is a good movie to start with.
Yeah, and I'm glad to be back here with you in our rinky-dink little setup. You know, talking movies and mingling.
Talking movies and mingling.
That's what I love doing with you.
Hey, Maggie.
Yes, Caveman?
I have 2 questions for you.
Hit it!
I'll kill 4 of you before you even clear your weapons, and I'll take my chances with the other 2. And you see this star? That's going to make it legal.
Did you not wake up this morning thinking today was another opportunity to mess up some bad guy's day? I did. You take one more step, I'll shoot you. That's all I'm gonna say. Normally, I would have just shot you myself the second you pulled, but I am doing my level best to avoid the paperwork and the self-recrimination that comes with it, though Lord knows you are the kind that makes it worth it and more.
Tell me about the shooting.
It was justified.
It was justified.
My baby!
I had to start off with, just to get out of the way.
I've been so excited.
The justified of it all.
Been so excited. First of all, when you brought up that you wanted to change out 2 questions for a different actor, I was like, no, Oscar, no. You can only say so much about a person that you want to bone as deeply as I want to bone Oscar. I'm so sorry, Oscar Isaac, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah. Top listener.
You don't know. It could find its way to him. You don't know what happens.
He already
on the internet.
knows half the world wants to bone him.
God, he's so pretty.
He's aware of that.
He is.
I've seen him read
his thirst tweets.
Yeah, like
Oscar Isaac continues.
I've seen those shorts on YouTube.
Unbelievably attractive to me. A giant lesbian.
I've pulled many of those sound clips for this podcast.
Yeah, I love the idea of switching it up.
We're changing it up to Timothy Oliphant.
Oh, I love him. And I have gone through
in case everybody was wondering.
A Timothy Oliphant moment in this past year or so. That definitely has nothing to do with a story nobody will ever read, except for Jesse. And so we swapped it up. We brought in Timothy Oliphant. The funny thing is that I don't think we're going to run into a lot of Timothy Oliphant movies where we then have to sub him out for somebody else.
You never know.
Unlike Oscar Isaac.
He does pop up in movies when you're unexpected. He has been. Yeah, he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You never know where you're going to get some surprise Timothy Oliphant, but fuck do I love him and the way that he holds a gun and stands and shoots a gun and puts his hand on his hip. He's a modern cowboy and I'm here for it, which is funny because in reality he is a fucking Southern California Hawaiian beach bum surfer.
He's more of a California surfer than
like surfer
anything.
bro. But his whole martial, fucking Mandalorian, Justified, Deadwood,
Hitman.
I'm thinking the other time he played a U.S. Marshal, Fargo. He played a U.S. Marshal in a season of Fargo because, of course, he did. I'm just saying I love the man, and I'm glad that he's in my earballs now because.
Isn't he in? He's Cobb Vanth, but
Cobb Vanth.
I love that he's
Vanth refrigeration. I've set that shirt aside because I have a shirt that says Cobb Vanth Refrigeration. And the only time I've ever worn that shirt that it got any love is when we went to see the Ahsoka episode with Hayden Christensen at the movie theater.
Yeah.
And I wore that shirt, and that was the only time I was with like-minded nerds who got it and complimented me on it.
There's like 100
fucking Star Wars nerds.
So of course somebody's going to see
I'm going to wear that shirt again when we go to whatever giant opening of The Mandalorian.
As long as you're a Star Wars fan and an Office fan, you'll get the joke.
You should get it,
yeah.
and it's fucking funny. But yeah, Timothy Olyphant, my beloved, the new movie Mingle, 2 questions, spokesbabe.
So Maggie.
Yes, honey. I've missed this, and I'm so happy we're back.
Would the presence of Timothy Olyphant
I haven't even thought about that.
Would it have made One Battle After Another a better film?
You know what? I was so enamored with the fact that we were bringing him in and I would just get to hear his voice. I kind of completely forgot to think about whether or not he would be good in this movie. Of course he would be good in this movie.
Yeah.
And of course this movie would have been more fun for me had he been in it.
I think he could play multiple characters.
So many of the characters. But I don't think this movie would have gotten a higher school. Could the presence of Timothy Olyphant have made fucking Sean Penn jacking it any better? Like, could I have handled that more had Timothy Olyphant's face also been on screen at some point before or after within 5 minutes? Yes, it would. This movie would have been better if Timothy Olyphant would have been in it.
All right.
I could have handled Sean Penn jorking it.
Would have gone up to 5, 4.5?
4.5, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because either way, that's an egregious sin on my eyeballs.
Wow.
I'm not sorry. The physicality of him in that role was incredible. Don't get me wrong, but...
Second question.
Yeah.
Who would you have had Timothy Olyphant play?
Oh my
Which character?
God.
There's a lot of characters to choose from.
I do not think you could replace any of the top actors.
No. Even as funny as it would be to have Timothy Olyphant play the sensei, it doesn't work because he's a white guy.
No.
It totally, it would
Literally,
completely take away the whole
Well, yeah.
some of the best parts of the whole film.
And you also wouldn't make him Tiana Taylor's character because he also doesn't fit that role in any way, shape, or form either.
No lie. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. I think you could have put him in either Tony Goldwyn's role as the head of
sure.
the
I could see him in that
KAK, the CAC. I would have also liked him as the assassin because I love the way he holds a gun and walks towards somebody with a gun in his hands.
My answer was going to be the assassin.
Because the way that man can point a gun.
I could see him driving that Mustang. I could see him.
Yeah. The swagger. The good Christian pure boy innocence that's then mixed in with the no more pussy.
So where's the pussy? Oh, she's long dead. No more pussy.
That's a great goddamn delivery of that line.
It was
no more pussy. Genius. So yeah, like he could have been either one of those roles. I mean, there's a world where why can't Timothy Olyphant work with Paul Thomas Anderson in the future? Like, I'm here for it. But no matter what he does, I'm going to watch it. And that has been this week's episode of Movie Mingle on One Battle After Another. And we hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Seriously, we're really happy to be back. It took a lot of effort putting everything back together. But when you don't do something for the better part of a year and then you get back into it, it can be hard. Anyways, thank you for listening and joining us again or for the first time. If you liked us, please let us know by rating us 5 stars or whatever you think we feel and reviewing us too, because I've checked the reviews and I want to see people say good things about us. I can't help it. That's just human nature. But yeah, please rate us and recommend us and review us and love us across all social media platforms so that people can get to know us and this weird, silly little show that we bring to you from our living room. You can find us on Instagram and Threads and Letterboxd, but we don't really use that as much anymore. At movieminglepod, you can write us emails, which nobody has in like a year, at movieminglepod@gmail.com. Next week, we are going to be doing Sinners. Very excited. And that will be, we're going to probably record it before the Oscars, but it will come out after. So we might have a little extra thing on there about the Oscars. So look out for that when it's done. But yeah, really excited to be back. Can't wait to talk more with you guys. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there in this big, wide world. And remember, the revolution will not be televised. It'll be live streamed, unfortunately, on TikTok. Now go mingle. Bye.
Are you an effective team?
We are an effective team.
Let them fight.
How did you just do that? I'm a really good lawyer.
Here on Caladan, we've ruled by air power and sea power. On Arrakis, we need to cultivate desert power.
Welcome, Mr. Beach. What's that bar? I'm a little confused.
Oh, we wouldn't want that, would we?
I don't want to brag, but I will. I was in the Avengers.
The Avengers?
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. What is that?
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Toga, 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 toga.